very judgmental, religious based, saying we're going to burn in hell. We deserve to die.
I don't deserve to be a mother because of, the decision that we just made.
Sometimes when you
Very judgmental, religious based, saying we're going to burn in hell. We deserve to die.
I don't deserve to be a mother because of, the decision that we just made.
Sometimes when you record your lives in real time this way, it can take unexpected turns that can really be emotionally gut-wrenching. And I'm just wondering how you feel about the fact that you now have this all recorded, you've posted it, and it lives with you. I'm wondering what your reaction is about all that.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I've been doing concept for 20 years now.
20 years, wow.
For the first half, it was a lot of fictional stuff like series and whatnot. There is an not unexpected, but just a harsh turn in being so vulnerable on camera and sharing it. You open yourself up to scrutiny. And with this topic, we really wanted to let people in on our excitement to be first-time parents. And we're met with the news, and we felt we still needed to be transparent with our audience, and then it's taken on a life of its own.
Let me say this. Like the gentleman said, when you record yourself and put things online, you open yourself up to certain things. And I don't agree with, what people are saying to them about a decision that they made. Sometimes you got to know when to cut the faucet off. Like, just because you started telling somebody something doesn't mean like, oh, okay, you have to run this to the ground. Like, obviously things took an unexpected turn. Turn the cameras off. It's a private matter now. You can do that. You have that right. So we got to learn to turn the cameras off, man, and stop trying to bring everybody into every little thing of our lives. It's unhealthy.
Outside of our bubble.
And I feel like sharing what we have, this far is something I will never regret. I don't regret, sharing our truth and our journey to starting a family.
I will say it was really difficult to watch both of you just break down for several minutes as you read the test results. Honestly, I felt
this is not
like it was invasive. Like I shouldn't be watching this.
This is not normal behavior. Grieving and recording yourself, making like life-changing decisions like that. These things are supposed to be private. Like we've lost the plot. And like he said, it's just too invasive. And then you open yourself up to this type of stuff. You actually put weapons in people's hand, and you say, hey, we're gonna give you this, but don't use it against us. What? You're asking too much of humanity to be kind. People gonna roast you, and not roast you as in like being funny, but like literally try to destroy you. And that's what's going on.
This pain that this couple is going through like this.
We grappled with that.
We did, but if, this is such a common thing that happens, and I feel like if you were a fly on the wall with anybody receiving any type of news like this, that we reacted the same as everyone else. We just decided to share it.
We really thought it was going to be good, so that's why we were filming it. People aren't showing this ever because it's so hard, and you open yourself up to the bad. But I feel like the world is almost lacking in that vulnerability with the death threats and everything. It has been shocking. Close people to us. Very judgmental, religious based, saying we're going to burn in hell. We deserve to die.
I don't deserve to be a mother because of, the decision that we just made.
Yeah, we had a gate installed. I have a gun next to my nightstand because it's been getting so ridiculous. And they've been coming to emails, DMs, you name it. It's been, we've seen the darkest side of humanity through this process.
Yep.
Hopefully you get pregnant again and everything works out. Are you going to be as transparent this time around as you were last?
I don't know. I'm still like living in this, obviously.
Sad, man.
So it's definitely something that we'll think about moving forward, but I never not want to be transparent.
Sometimes sometimes there's not enough wisdom that people are you know, take from a situation so that they can avoid, you know, hardship. It's like, even if, hopefully they're able to get pregnant again. She's able to get pregnant, and they're able to, learn from this and realize, like, hey, we want to be transparent. We want to be authentic, which, hey, there's a space for that. But everything isn't everybody's business. It's almost like people want to be like the ones who do this or the ones who do that and be known. Like, scary times. Protect yourself. You already, like, it's not a lot. I mean, it's not easy going through what you're going through. You're grieving a child, for goodness sakes. So just hope they learn from this. I hope they heal, because that's going to take, man, that's a lot. And yeah, because it's definitely, it's going viral. People are giving their opinions on it in ways that we shouldn't. Just being honest with you.
If my wife and I found out that our kid was going to have some sort of genetic disorder or disability through the genetic testing, yeah, we terminating too. Yeah, that is the entire point of the genetic testing. Like, if we have the capabilities.
On the flip side, this is humans trying to play God. Well, we want things to be good. So if the baby, if we see that there's something possibly wrong, we don't want to take the risk. So we just gonna terminate it, and then we're gonna try again. That's so flawed and faithless, and us trying to play God in ways that I can't even describe. Like, there are many cases to where this diagnosis or the genetic testing has come out to where, like, hey, this is going to happen to the child, and they've been completely wrong. And I'm not saying that to say what they should have and shouldn't have done, but I don't think it's ever good for us to try to play God. Ever. And all of the success stories we've seen and heard from people and children who have been born with disabilities and genetic issues or deficiencies, and we're still just like saying things like this recklessly, like, oh, I'll just terminate it. That's a dangerous mindset.
Ability to terminate, because our child is going to have some sort of disability that is going to affect their quality of life, and we're early enough in the pregnancy where termination is still possible. Yes. I'm not saying all this. I'm talking about a disability that will severely affect the quality of life. Life is hard without a disability, man. I know. And the crazy part is, a lot of y'all think the same way, because if y'all did it, what's the point of doing the genetic testing? Every last one of y'all that got pregnant, that got insurance, all of y'all did the genetic testing to make sure your kid was healthy. Come on. The only difference is you don't put your business online, which I also say you shouldn't do. And I'm only bringing this up because there's like a big controversy going on right now because of that couple terminated their pregnancy, or they're going to, because they found out their kid was going to have, like, what was it, like a Down syndrome or something? I ain't read into it, but either way. What people do in their life is their business, but when they bring it to the internet, that makes it all our business. So if y'all don't agree with it, hey, that's cool. Do what y'all gotta do. But let's keep it a bean here. That's what that genetic testing is for. Hey, but to everybody else, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Make your own decisions and make whatever decision is best for you. Because at the end of the day, if you find out your kid going to have some sort of disability and you don't want to terminate it based off of what people are going to say on the internet, ain't none of them going to help you change a diaper. Ain't none of you going to be helping you take care of them. Ain't none of you going to help you sit a check. Ain't none of them going to go through the difficulties that your son or daughter is going to have being born with whatever disability that's popping up on that test. And if you're somebody that care about what people think, stop putting your business online.
Absolutely agree with that part. I'd also say it's not all about you. At the end of the day, God bless you and your wife to get pregnant, and you know, it's not about what you think, what you want, what y'all think, what y'all want. It's about God's plan. Ultimately, it comes down to being about God's plan and us having enough faith to trust Him through it all. And I'm not saying what somebody should or shouldn't do. Do you hear me clearly? I think you should take matters like this very seriously. You should pray. You should have a community who can pray with you, that you can trust with this. And when I say community, I don't mean large. I mean an intimate community. You know, the Bible says there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel, because you shouldn't be making decisions by yourself. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Don't forget to connect with the brand online at www.there'shopebrand.com. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.